If you're wondering how to use Google Ads to market your construction business, I'm going to take you through my exact system that gets over 150 leads for some of my longer term clients and over 50 leads a month for my clients that I start working with within a couple of weeks. There's three main components to this. It's going to take you from being a bit of a Jeffrey whose phone's not ringing, you're relying on word of mouth, stressed out all the time, you've got a lot of guys that you need to look after, and we're going to take you to Adonis. He plays golf, he's out closing jobs, he's got a high job close rate, and he invoices a great amount. He's not undercharging like Jeffrey. There's three main components to this strategy. This is my exact strategy that I use for all my clients. It's proven. It's going to be targeting only the highest intent customers. And the three parts are firstly Google Ads, landing page domination, and making sure your Google Map listing is maxed out. So first one, we've got Google Ads and SEO. So ads and SEO are basically the same thing. It's just ads you pay for, SEO is free. So anytime anyone's searching for example, in Palmerston North, if you're a builder, people are going to be typing in Palmerston North. And if you're paying for ads, you're going to be showing at the top. If you're doing SEO, then you're going to be showing in just underneath the ads, but you're not going to be paying for your advertising. It's free because you've ranked number one and Google thinks you're the best guy. So ideally you want to get both of these maxed out. We want to be running Google Ads and we want to be getting SEO, which can take anywhere from 6 to 3 months. So the people who are typing in stuff like builder Palmerston North, they're ready to choose a contractor. They're not looking at ideas, they're not looking at costs, they're looking for someone nearby to do the work. They're ready to buy. So we only need to target these high intent keywords because these are going to get the most ROI and the highest quality leads. So competitive research, this is a great way to see who your competition is and to see what's currently happening in the market. So all I want you to do is type in your city and your niche. For example, Dunedin concrete layer. If you're doing concrete in Dunedin, type in Dunedin concrete layer, and you're going to see who's paying for ads in the area, and you're going to be seeing what they're putting into the ad copy, which is the words that show for the ads. So I just want you to copy them and slightly tweak it for yourself. And it's important to put the keywords in the ad description as well. So back to the concrete layer Dunedin example, I want you to put exactly what you do into the ad. So concrete layer Dunedin, put that in the ad, because that way when the person types in concrete layer Dunedin, they're going to see exactly what they typed in the ad, which is going to result in more clicks. And lastly, you absolutely need to set up conversions so that you can see the ROI. So what this means is, it's quite simple. I'll do another video on it, but anytime somebody clicks on your phone number on your website, or if anyone fills out a form on your website, I want you to make sure that's being tracked with Google Analytics, which is a website tracking software. So what this is going to say is, if I spent $1,000, it's going to be able to say, hey, you've got 10 leads from that, you got 10 phone calls, or you got 10 inquiry forms. So that way you know exactly what you spent and how much ROI you got from it. And lastly, you need to make sure your landing page is good. Google is only half of the battle. So let's move on to number 2, which is actually the landing page. So this is the other key part of all my successful campaigns. And what we need to do is make service landing pages for each of your key services. So if you do decks, fencing, concrete, you need to have a specific landing page for each one of these services. Because these people are ready to choose a contractor, if you can provide the most information and the following structure that I'm about to give you for free, then you're going to be the best in the area and you're going to get the lead. It's not enough to just send traffic to your homepage anymore. You need to have dedicated pages for people to get information. And here is the structure that I want you to do. So ATF, that means above the fold. So anytime you load a website, what loads in your screen is everything above the fold. And what I want you to have there is a value headline, like professional concrete layers with a free quote. I want you to have tick forms with your points of difference above the fold, bold headings. And then lastly, I want you to have a big form on the right hand side that says free quote or inquire now. Right, next up, you're going to put features. So this block, you're going to put 4 of the main features of your service. For example, if that's decking, you're going to go, we've got a wide range of decking materials. We've got Quila, we've got hardwood, we've got timber. Next one, you could put a range of styles to suit preferences and budgets. You could put 20 years experience. You're one of the most experienced in the area. And you could also put a broken down quote, for example. So you don't just send a shitty line item quote, you send a multiple line item quote so people know exactly what they're getting. Why choose us? This is another one, and we're going to link this into the next slide, which is about having the most reviews in the area. But you could say we're master builders. That's a great thing you could put, like master builders. We provide, like I mentioned, the broken down quote, or we've built over 100 decks, something like that. That'll be different for each builder and each company. So a good way to think about why choose us is, anytime you get feedback from a client, like, oh, the communication was really good, that's obviously something that people care about. So if you can put that in your why choose us section, you're going to resonate more with the customer. Next up, I like to put the pricing in there, especially when it comes to tradies in the construction industry, homeowners are always skeptical of being ripped off. So if you can put your pricing in there, then you're going to build trust with your website visitors, and you're most likely going to get the inquiry, which is you're most likely going to get the inquiry as well, which helps boost your conversion rate, which is the amount of people that fill out the form or phone you. Next up, I want you to put your testimonials. Again, we're going to link this to the next slide, which is the Google Business, because we're going to be able to dynamically input these straight onto your landing page, which looks extremely professional and legit, instead of just typed out testimonials that anyone can write and anyone can add an image of Bob down the road. It's not going to cut it anymore. And lastly, I want you to finish with the form. Again, like I mentioned in the above the fold section, you want to have that form at the bottom as well. So you've got a form at the top and then a form at the bottom, and it's going to say the same thing: free quote or inquire now. Okay, next up, this is the last part of the puzzle, which is what I mentioned previously, is the reviews and your Google Map listings. This is a double whammy, a multi-benefit move. It's going to build trust because you're showing on Google and you've got reviews on your Google Map listing. So anytime you search for example, petrol station near me, or dairy near me, or hair salon near me, barber near me, you're going to see these pop up in the map section on Google, because Google knows you're looking for someone in the area, and you're going to see how many reviews each of these ones have. And the one with the most reviews is probably the one that you're going to go for. Next up, it's going to boost your SEO. So if you've got a good Google Map listing with lots of people reviewing it and you filled it out, then Google's going to say, oh, okay, we can tell that this is a legitimate business, so it's going to boost your Google rankings that we talked about in slide 1 as well. And lastly, this is going to show in the map section. So if you're using Google Maps on your app instead of Safari or Google Chrome, then you're going to be showing here as well instead of your competition. What I want you to do is put your service and city in the title. Like we mentioned in slide 1 about concrete layers Dunedin, I want you to put your city and your niche in your title. I know it goes against the Google guidelines, but I've tested it multiple times and it 100% boosts your rankings. All you need to start is just type in Google Business Profile, set up, fill out all the information, get it verified, and then you're done. And start building reviews. I've got a client in Auckland Builder. They're the highest rated builder in Auckland. They've got over 100 reviews, and their close rate's gone from 20% to 40% throughout that process. And they're also benefiting from all the additional SEO and map views as well. So there's the big 3 pieces of the puzzle when it comes to online marketing for your trades or construction company. If you follow this system step by step, I guarantee you're going to get a lot more leads and a lot more ROI for your online marketing efforts. Once you've maxed this out, you're going to be in a good standing, and don't forget the competition in the smaller cities is a lot less. So it's not going to take you long to get to the top. If you need more leads, give me a DM.